Morning, gang. It's Mobb Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Diet Dr. Pepper, anyone? Delicious. How y'all doing? Oh, my goodness. What a morning. Got some junk done around the house. Maggie's still gone. My pooch, she's on her show career tour. So there you go. Say hi if you wish. If you want to be just hanging out, just hang out and lurk away. No judgment here. We're a judgment-free zone. Hey, a couple of notes here, by the way, gang. We lost Scott Burden, Fancy Tail Aquatics. I had purchased food from him from time to time. He had purchased some guppies from me. Really a nice guy. I am really sorry to see his passing. He was really a nice man. So rest in peace, Scott Burden at Fancy Tail Aquatics. Salute from me to you, and may you rest easy, my friend. You're really a good guy. So yeah, how's it all going? I'm busy hanging out here. I was busy looking for something on my hard drives. I have other stuff to get done in this world, but for whatever reason, I got locked on this. It's Maggie, I think, will be back on Monday. I haven't heard from the breeders yet. She's done okay at the shows. They want her to learn how to stand better. Okay. We'll work on that. Life's good. They say she likes to pull. And no kidding. She's a Brittany. They've got a lot of energy. But it is what it is. What's going on in your world? How's everything going? So Scott with Fancy Tail Aquatics had this thing that he said a lot. Googly moogly. Googly moogly to all of you. The man who sells garlic cloves to vampires, Peter Thiel. Doug is busy setting up a grow out tank. Yeah, you see, there you go. A grow out room, for his. Where's Pennsylvania in on this cannabis boom? Can you buy weed legally and grow weed legally in Pennsylvania, or are you not quite there yet? Seems like with the topography and stuff and the nice summer weather, with humidity, it'd probably be pretty good to grow the stuff. The only thing we have available here is the wonders of medical marijuana. Now, I have an underlying health thing, and it was recommended that I try it out. So I went and bought some gummies. Not legal there yet. And yeah, all it did is get me high. It really didn't help out the needs that I had. So there you go. Blowing up ATMs and carjackings are legal in Philadelphia. There. Pretty fancy. Yeah, it's Missouri's going to vote on it this fall to make it completely legal. Medicinal weed started, at a little over a year ago. Probably about 14 months ago. And there are distributors everywhere. So, yeah, and they're everywhere. It's just kind of nuts, but it is what it is. Do you know what? Does anyone know what happened to poor Scott? Was he ill? Our buddy Fishtail Aquatics, he passed away. Thanks to Susan for putting that up. Yeah, Mila Kunis is still smoking hot. Absolutely. Yeah, how is that grow out tank going, Doug? Hey, I'll tell you what. We're going to have baseball this summer, guys. We're going to have baseball. Pretty awesome. I can't wait for the wonders of baseball. Oh, that's too bad. Was a nice guy. You know, when you lose people, and I'm guessing how old was he? In his 50s, maybe? I don't know. I have no idea. Really, really sad. Because when you lose good people like that, it's all good. Yeah, Mila Kunis, by the way, she's standing up for the Ukraine. And I've seen the ladies of the Ukraine. My home is open. If a couple of these gals need a place to hang out, go out there. I believe the idea for a grow out tank for guppies is a new idea. Feeding guppies can't be far behind. Yeah, there you go. So Doug sent me this thing of some guy, some genius, claiming that you only need to feed guppies once a day. Once a day. Yeah, it's my guppies get fed 3 to 4 times a day and one thing of live food. And sometimes I'll throw in frozen cyclops. Hey, Levi, how are you doing, buddy? Yeah, feeding your fish a few times a day, pretty good idea. Pretty good idea. You can't go wrong with it. Can't go wrong with it at all. You think about the wonders of what's going on. One of the things that's neat about Fishtube is that you have people showing off their fish, talking about their fish, which is great. Problem with Fishtube, there aren't a lot of good people who know what the hell they're doing on Fishtube. There's a lot of stuff I see I'm going, oh, do I tell them they have no idea what they're talking about? Because that's kind of the temptation. Dude, dudette, no. And yeah, that's one of the problems with Fishtube, everybody. There's a lot of content out there, very few that's any good. My favorite is I won't say which channel, you may be able to guess. Went on one time talking for like 10 minutes about how wonderful live baby brine shrimp was for your fish. And then in the second thing says, yeah, I never use it. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I've tried not to mention that in the videos as well because it is a no-win situation. Because you'll have people who are big followers of a particular channel and they'll just defend them forever. It's like telling a girlfriend that his girlfriend is ugly and let them find out on their own. Yeah. Something to be said about that. So it is toasty 28 degrees in Joplin, Mo. It's March 12th. You know what I would like to see? I'd like to see some frickin' spring. Last year, we had no springtime at all. It went from pretty doggone cool. It was 14 degrees when I went out this morning. I think Maggie will be back on Monday. But the co-owners and the breeders, they actually had suggested that they may want to keep her a while longer. So no dryer buzz today. No dryer buzz. I did not do any laundry today. Rain, sleet, and snow there. Yeah, we had the rain, sleet, and snow yesterday. We didn't get much. We got a couple of inches of snow. That's about it. Not much rain, a little bit at the beginning, but it's supposed to be warming up kind of nicely this week, so that's good. I'm sort of hoping that it would be warm enough today and tomorrow to get rid of all the water. And then Maggie, I'll be going from there. In my community, and I don't live in a big area, Joplin, Mo's not that big of a town. We lost 2 cops. 3 cops were shot by the same guy before another cop sent that guy to his glorious retribution in hell to burn like forever. Yeah. Yeah, it's I went out. I thought I would do just to get how mundane my life is. I thought today, I was going to go out and pick up some stuff. I make my own meals I put in the freezer. They're healthier meals. Not too long to cook them. It's pretty easy. And so I wanted to get my second round of vegetables to go in this thing. I'm sorry how mundane this is. I hit 3 Walmarts, and all I needed was like stir-fried vegetables that are frozen, or there's one that I have right now that has 3 different types of green peppers and onions. You fry that up with some good stuff. I have some salsa that's going on top of one. Another one, I have some sesame type of stuff, like you get the Asian restaurants. There you go. Real vegetables this time, not Stephen Hawking vegetables, because Stephen Hawking is no longer with us. Cuboid. Cuboid is a fish store. Pretty amazing. So I've been looking through. I do backups and I move stuff to other computers or into hard drives just to save it. Yes, a store that Alishan recommends. Hey, you might as well. You might as well indeed. I've got to go hit the local stores here. I haven't hit them on a regular basis. And need to go out and do that right. I just haven't. And I've just been so busy. Work has been insane. We've been short a person since January 1st. And we're no more closer to hiring someone today than we were 2 months ago. And I would like to take a long weekend, and I can't take a long weekend. Where is Kaler? Yeah, it's ooh, raffling a 60-gallon rimless tank. Can't go wrong with that. Was that going to help the good people of the Ukraine? It's just bizarre what we're living through right now. Who had World War III for 2022? I didn't. I was sort of hoping inflation would fall off a little bit, get some traveling in, all that. A large Ukrainian community in your part of Philly. It's one free ticket. You can buy more. Okay. When we're done today, I'm going to go for a nice long walk, go see the community, bring my camera out, see if there's a lot of hawks that fly over here. And I swear to you, if I'm walking, if I don't have my good camera with them, you can't really get a shot with them with a cell phone. And as it warms up today, we'll go from there. I'm gonna mute you for a second. I'm gonna ask the you know what.
Right now, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit.
25.
Expect a low of 25 degrees.
All right. Supposed to be getting into the 40s. I wish that we would begin to see that. Hey, the Mets, they're going to be playing. Philly's going to be playing the Cardinal I'm a Twins fan. Yeah, I'm not going to say that because it'll send me to Domino's. Because in Joplin, Mo, that's where we're at. Hey, John Oliver, how are you? Absolutely. Googly moogly, googly moogly. Lost our buddy Scott Burton, was sad. I'm sorry he was having health issues. Your brother has a mini baseball signed with the 55 Dodgers, supposed to be worth a few shekels. This is the time, probably, Alishan, for him to sell it, or at least venture into looking at me if it's the real deal, and you can an auction house will play it up. People are paying a hell of a lot of money for that. He may be able to pay off his mortgage. It's do all sorts of good stuff there. Yeah, just been so busy around my just been busy getting stuff done. I've got stuff in the fish room to do today, as always. Your dad got it from Carl Furillo. My yeah, I may. I may go this afternoon. I don't know. We'll figure out. I'd like to go see it. And it could be tomorrow as well. I've got I lost something. and I don't know where it is, and I lost it somehow in the move from my last location to here. I have no idea where my passport is. I have the old passport. I don't have the new one. And the new one being 9 years old. So, Chewy! Yeah, well, we will take you, Chewy, at any time. How's the Great White North in Canada? It's you get a little snow there. Is it maybe with all the craziness with climate change and all the good stuff with that, it's probably like 75 in Canada while we're freezing our butts off. It's good times. No snow, not out west. You're in Vancouver, right? It's you get floods. Yeah, my parents lived not far from Vancouver. They lived in beautiful uh Bellingham, Washington, which was really nice. They have good go-go bars in Vancouver. The Kootenays, is that how you pronounce it? I've been to Vancouver, I've been to Toronto, I've been to Niagara Falls. I've been to Canada, 4 or 5 times. Yeah, it's nice. So it's yeah. And by the way, I want to go with my premise. I suppose I should give it up. If Vladimir Putin had a great hobby like keeping guppies, I don't think he'd be taking over the world. Hey, Chattanooga Ed in the house. Did you just get up or are you just going to bed? Yeah, Bellingham is a great place. You've been up for several hours. Well, that's good. I woke up at with the dog on vacation. It's my return to the office, or to getting a little sleep at night. It's pretty good because she doesn't have, it's not like if I have to use the restroom, she wants to use the restroom type of thing. I do not know the band Lunatic Fringe. Big Head Todd and the Monsters? Firehouse? Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes. Good morning. How are you doing? Rail. The band was Rail. I'll have to go through. I've been listening to either death metal or alternative music lately, and yeah, it's been real good. I like me some death metal. I don't know where you guys come down the whole death metal thing. I am a big fan. So that's sort of the thing that I'm up to. Would have to be later than 79. Death metal, otherwise known as Katy Perry. No, actual death metal. The guys go, scream out and all that stuff. Yeah, MTV started in 1981. 1981, everybody. August 1st. Video killed the radio star. Hey, very good. Peru. Yeah, going to Peru. I might find my stupid passport. Ah, okay. Yeah, Lake Titicaca. Doug Gray. It's you go to Peru, you got to go see Lake Titicaca. It's one of the great places to go to in all of Peru. And Pichu Quichu, or whatever that's called, that's pretty neat too. Pico Quichu. Yeah. I will say, Machu Picchu. Okay. It's I ain't that cultured. I just sit in my living room with my fish. Just sitting there like there's no tomorrow. My phone has been going off. All sorts of activity of people's. Let me look out the front door and see what we got. I'll look at the one that has the good picture because of the better lighting. Yeah, it's must have been like a car driving by or something. Not much is going on out there. I'm a big fan of Ancient Aliens. Is one of the TV series I have recorded on the DVR. Well, Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes, you are welcome here. If you love the Ancient Aliens, you're in on this group. Fish Room Rebuild is wearing you out. I worked from daylight to past dark for the last 3 days. Once it's up, John, you're going to be real happy. And I'll let you know when I'm coming to. I will come to Hot Springs. So I will come to Hot Springs and we'll hang out. Almost got 2 inches. That's what we got yesterday morning here in Joplin, Mo. We got a couple inches of snow. It's colder than a grave digger's bottom here. 10 feet is about the max for black caiman. Doc, isn't that crazy small for the Amazon? They found fossils of dinosaur alligators. They were like 45 to 46 feet long. 75 degrees in Southern California. But, the one thing that we don't have to look out for like you would in Southern California are people pooping in the streets. See, that would be a better name, Chattanooga Ed, if you became Bugatti Ed. Has been that your daughter was in Lima, too human unless I get a self-contained air conditioning suit. Well, that's part of the deal there. It's the rainforest. All your flowers were blooming? Yeah. I knew not to plant here. We went 3 weeks in a row where we got snow on Wednesday and Thursday. Then we had a week off, then bam. And the damn traffic. Yeah, my brother lives near Long Beach in Cyprus. But he likes saying the LBC, you know, hanging out with the Snoop Doggy Dog, DOGG, in the LBC. So there you go. Man, as I'm doing junk around the house, I may have to listen to myself some the wonders of the Snoop Dogg or the Dr. Dre. You see, I come from an old school generation, and John, you probably wouldn't know this, and I don't know how old you are. Amazon, Chewy would get this. Doug probably gets this. Ali Sean gets this. Is that no? Let's see. Is that I grew up in a day where you'd read Rolling Stone magazine, and you would look and read the album reviews, and it's absolutely you would go through and read the album reviews and you go, oh, that's a great album. Oh, that's not a great album. So yeah, and so I love listening to a great crafted album, and that's over with, completely over with digital stuff. No one buys the complete album anymore. They cherry pick songs. But I still appreciate the art, beginning to end of the album. Why is that song first? Why is that song last? You know, how does it flow? All that good stuff. And my favorite, you know, that of the hip hop thing is, you know, The Chronic by Dr. Dre is a great album. You still buy CDs? That's how old you are? Yeah, you grew up a time period a little before I take media in the music industry with a grain of salt. Fear for our town, hated everything, hated everyone. Yeah, well, it was just the back of Rolling Stone for whatever reason when I was a kid, 13-year-old kid going, oh, that sounds like a good band. And, you know, because, you know, if it didn't get played on the radio, or you'd have to find it out if all of a sudden a friend of yours had the album. So there you go. Yeah, so that's part of the fun. And I miss out on that. I think those I feel sorry for people who are younger than I am who didn't go through the wonder of that. But you know, I've fallen in like everybody else. I have a streaming service. How many songs do I have? Hold on. I'll let you know how many songs I have on my playlist because it's well into the 600s, but it may actually be Amazon Music. That's what I use. I don't use Spotify. And all right. Library. All right, so I'm sort of looking through this. I'm like paging down right now. There's 200. I'm in the 300s. I'm in the 500s. All right. Mr. Gray bought a Neil Diamond CD not that long ago. There you go. He seems kind of I have 650 songs on my playlist. And I keep dropping some. So that's so there you go. I thought I'd be closer to 700 because I'm always adding stuff in. Then I realized, I'm taking some songs out. Well, you're doing fish room work. Listen to music. It's good. Moody Blues, Days of Future Past. Great album. Neil Diamond did write some of the songs for the Monkees. And he wrote sort of yeah, I figured that. The thing is about Neil Diamond, by the way, is that, the song that gets played at all the games, if you analyze the lyrics, it's kind of creepy. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Have you ever, the song was about Caroline Kennedy. And Sweet Caroline, touching you, touching me. She was like 8. Yeah, a little pervy there, gang. A little pervy. So it's so I may, as I'm doing junk in the fish room today, listen to The Chronic by Dr. Dre, which is a great album. John Oliver sent me footage of his build out. So it's looks really good. Looks really cool. And you have John has a bunch of 20s there. Looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic. 20s, and he has 10s up top. There you go. 20s in the middle and the bottom. Yep. 20 longs. 20 L's. Sort of what it looks like to me from this angle, but it's tough to tell. And obviously, I'm not listening to the sound. I'm going to download this and save it for later usage. Very cool. Very cool indeed. 29s and 20 longs up top. Okay. Okay, very good. Melvin! Well, thanks, John. I appreciate it. Looks great. The unofficial mayor of Pittsburgh. Our guy, Melvin. Maybe you can do Peter's fish room. That's right. This week, my week away from Maggie, because she's been off with her co-owners, I had a list of stuff to get done, and I didn't get much of it done because there was a bunch of stuff going on in the news. A bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's all good. So I had a bunch of stuff at work. I had 2 days at work where I had to work 12 hours. So there you go. we had a community tragedy that we had 3 of our police officers were shot. 2 of them passed away by a guy who had been a frequent felon, had served a long jaunt, like a 5-year jaunt in Arizona, and came to Joplin Mo for whatever reason. And there was rumors that he was a homeless guy. Joplin has a problem with homelessness. And so cops showed up to see him. They got a call complaining about him. The cops show up, and at point blank range, this guy pulls out his gun and shoots 2 cops. Jumps into the cop car and crashes it about 6-7 blocks later over. And was in the process of carjacking a van when one of the police officers boxed him in, and he got out and shot the cop through the windshield, hitting him in the face. That officer is going to live, but obviously they're going to have to reconstruct his face. So it's just awful. And another officer showed up, and just while this guy was doing it, he ran in and stopped the perp. And the perp got sent straight to hell. So it's just, this guy was obviously out hunting cops, which is not cool. And it's not cool at all. So this is a relatively small town. So most people know the cops, or they, I've been here not that long. One of the officers that died, I know I've met, just in passing. And the cop that ended up shooting the perpetrator and stopping him, he's somebody I know not real well, but, if I run into the street, he knows my name, I know his name. You're at a restaurant or something, it's small talk. So it's all good. So again, folks, it's it just was not a good week. One of our Walmarts here in Pittsburgh had an encounter of a possum, and it raided the meat section. Well, at least someone's getting meat. I'll tell you what, you go to the grocery store here, good luck finding any. Yep, it's a thankless job for sure. I went on a ride along. Asked a police buddy of mine if I could go on a ride along. I did that last June. And I was out with the night shift on like a Friday night. And I'll tell you what, these guys and gals, all they did, it was like phone call after phone call after phone call. It was usually people drunk or high, or, mental stuff. And they had to quite sort of sort through some stuff. And you could just sit there and say, wow, these poor people, and, thank God we have them there. It's, just totally crazy. Totally crazy. So, yeah, our community, Monday and Tuesday, there's going to be visitations for the 2 officers who passed away, and I'll be attending those. All right, be right back. Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's going from there. So, they say that idle hands are the devil's workshop. And I think that's a pretty good thing. That makes a lot of sense. So if you're able to go out and be focused on a wonderful hobby, like being a member of the fish fam, of keeping fish, having something that gets you focused off of other things in our lives, because a lot of us have a lot of stuff going on. Some of us have, we go through difficult things in our lives. We all have it from time to time. It's, I went through a divorce a couple of years ago. Not that fun. Not that fun at all. Anyone thinks divorce is a heck of a lot of fun? Yeah, it really isn't. Really is not fun at all. And for those of you who are married and you can work it out, sometimes you can't. And I wish you could, but you can't. You can't at all, which is sad. By the way, we have not talked about gasoline. How much you guys paying for gasoline in New Jersey and Philadelphia? How much is a gallon of that? Kansas City and Hot Springs, Arkansas. How much you guys paying for gas? SoCal, I know SoCal, you guys are paying what? $6 something a gallon of unleaded? Let's see who else. $6.75. Yep, $4 in Hot Springs. We're just shy of $4 here. I wish I could go to the South Jersey Guppy Group auction. $5.79 for regular here. Or $4.57, but you have to take premiums. $4.27. $3.99 in New Jersey next week. Last week, I guarantee it's higher now. Yeah, if you like to go for that nice casual drive, it's you have to sort of cut other things out. You used to go, but not this year. You don't want to be around that many people yet. Well, let's hope that is the final snowstorm, Melvin, for the year. I will say this is that here it's pretty relaxed now. The amount of people that are ill from it and all that sort of stuff, pretty well down. It's pretty well relaxed. I will tell you right after when they started loosening stuff up, it was really odd to see people without their face masks on. It was really weird. Finansky. Oh, North Jersey Aquarium Society canceled their spring auction on volunteers. That's too bad. Yeah, this is the time of it snows there on Thursday. Yep. Crystal, it snowed here in Joplin, Mo on Thursday into yesterday morning. It sort of was done by around noon. And then it that chilled out pretty good. Right now it's it's telling me it's a festive 31 degrees here. Holy capoli. Time to take a suntan. Get out and get a little vitamin D on me. Contact the Pirates to ask them to trade Brian Reynolds to the Phillies. Yeah, since the lockout began for Major League Baseball, right after the World Series, there have been no off-season trades like at all. So there could be some real action going on here in the next couple of weeks, which is kind of exciting. It's hey, Carson Wentz. He went to the Washington Commanders. I just wish they would have kept Washington football team. I like that. I think Commanders is a terrible name. First day of spring's next Sunday. Yep. All right, Chattanooga Ed, back in the house. Carson Wentz. Yeah, so yeah, they're getting a new name too. Yeah, it's the Cleveland Guardians. See, and again, I'm not Native American, so I don't necessarily have a problem with the Cleveland Indians. My problem was, obviously, Chief Wahoo was very, very stereotypical. And that wasn't the good thing there. Frank Reich wanted to dump Carson Wentz. Yeah, they had a falling out. It's like I'm Scandinavian. They have the Minnesota Vikings. That's where I grew up. The Vikings were not necessarily really all salt and light when it came to life, everybody. They were famous for what? Pillaging, raping, stealing, going from town to town. Not necessarily that good of a group of people. And I'm Scandinavian, so I can rip on that. It but you come up with these generic things, and that's not necessarily all that good either. So I don't know. Getting pet crabs, Chattanooga Ed. Do you have those, Crystal? Petroman, 1185. How are you? They have T-shirts now, Melvin. April 7th. Oh, God, Doug. You are on it. There's medicine for the crabs. Yep. That's why I hear on the street. Never picked them up before. TMI, TMI, TMI. Just I'm ready for baseball. There's nothing better in the entire world than on a hot summer day go to a baseball game, the smell of beer, And the smell of popcorn and peanuts and hot dogs. Now, I know baseball stadiums, they've changed quite a bit. Like now they'll bring you sushi. Is that really what you want to see at a baseball game? You want a hot dog. Yep, Russell Wilson's now a Denver Bronco. Khalil Mack playing with the Chargers. Yeah, beer and vomit. It's a good smell, especially at Met Stadium. Last Kingdom, Melvin. I don't have Netflix at the moment. I have to get back on. I rotate through them, and once I've watched everything, I move on. When you recover from your surgery, you'll be getting crabs. What kind of surgery did you get, Chattanooga Ed? Sorry for being out of the loop. I did the surgery thing a couple of years ago. Had my gallbladder ripped out. That doctor reached into my stomach with his hand and sutured it up. So it was all good. And it was right after I did the move, so I wasn't on Fishtube at the moment yet. Lumpy Dog. And for those who just jumped in, our buddy Fancy Tail Aquatics, Scott Burton passed away. What a good guy he was. Oh, you're getting open heart surgery? Holy capoli. Need a heart valve transplant? I'm sorry, Chattanooga Ed. Be well, brother. Be well, brother. Take care of yourself. You had surgery like that when I donated a kidney to your brother. They just yanked it out, threw it to him. There you go. Ah, excellent. Leif Erikson, Eric the Red. Leif Erikson, they say, beat was the first Euro to the New World. Doesn't get the credit for it. All the glory goes to that Christopher Columbus guy. Or blame, And Eric the Red was the guy who was widely believed to be the first Christian. Yeah, that's Susan of SLC Aquatics. Melvin put that up on the Fishtubers deal. I didn't know he was ill. I didn't know he was ill at all. Thanks, Crystal. That's great. Let's keep Chattanooga Ed in our thoughts and prayers, and hopefully he makes a triumphant return nice and quick. Heart surgery ain't what it used to be, where people would be out for months and months and months. So we've got it there. Get well. And Chattanooga Ed, let me tell you, follow whatever the doctor tells you to do it. Don't question it. Don't rebel. Just do it. And you'll be fine. Just be well. All right, gang, we've been here for an hour. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week, and maybe I'll come up with some exciting new video.